Hey you guys, Bethany Drew here in Valparaiso, Indiana with Stampin' Up. And I've got so many exciting things to show you. It's just been an incredibly busy 2 weeks. I'm going to do a little bit more show and tell today, but I will show you a couple cards because I do want to show you some fun ways. I know I get so excited about Christmas time because it is one of my favorite holidays, but I know some of you get really excited about Halloween, and it is October. And so I didn't want to bypass Halloween altogether, and I do love autumn. I've already got pumpkins out on my front porch, and I love mums, I love apple cider, I love everything about fall too. So I don't want to totally bypass all other seasons and go right to Christmas because I do love fall. So we are going to look at some ways that you can creatively make some pretty easy Halloween cards, even if you don't have a ton of Halloween stamp sets. So I'm hoping to just encourage you, even if you're just making cards for your grandkids or just a few friends or a neighbor or coworkers or what. I know I don't make a ton of Halloween gifts, and sometimes they end up being just like for the teachers, for the kids' teachers. I think I'm going to use my paper pumpkin this year because we've had cute little favors that fit a couple chocolates. I'll probably use those for like my Bible study group. So I love finding ways to give little gifts to people that are in my life. So I'm hoping to spur you on, whether you make a little favor box or you make cards, to find somebody to give a card to around the season, even if it's just a fall card and you're not totally all about Halloween. I'm going to show you the Rooted in Nature stamp set too, so cards that I've made even from last year, but to show how you mix new stuff with the old stamp sets that you already have, and it's like playing with new stuff again. I love it. It's like mixing and matching old clothes, you know? You get a couple new vests or new, like cardigans, and it can make some of the older clothes look new again. So, same thing with stamping. So, let's, I'm going to turn the camera around so you don't have to stare at me anymore. Obviously, e-learning days, I've been helping boys with research we've been researching with my 6th grader about Asian longhorn beetles, and helping my son find his vocabulary words and all kinds of fun. So, it's different having all 4 boys home with me on Wednesdays, but there's things I love about it too. The boys helped me take care of the chickens today, and it's nice to be able to sleep in. So there are some fun things with having Wednesday e-learning, but it can be some things can be kind of exhausting about it too. But that's all right. I'm not going to complain. This is a weird year altogether, right? So with all that being said, let's look at some fun colors and fall, and forget all the craziness of COVID and politics, right? That's why we come, because it's fun with colors. So let me turn around. You had a hard time finding me? I'm right in my same group, Teresa. That's interesting. You couldn't find me. Okay, so first thing I wanted to tell you about is the Designer Paper Series sale that is in October. 15% off of different packages. I know what I printed up is in black and white, so it doesn't show you how beautiful the papers are. Real quick to show you some of them. Teresa, I'll actually browse through your paper share here to show you some of them. One of the packages, and these are 12 by 12, but I've cut these for Teresa into 6 by 6 pieces. One of them is the Trimming the Town designer paper. Great classic Christmas patterns. I love the polka dots. Another package is the Heartwarming Hugs. And again, this is 12 by 12 paper, but I've cut it. This is definitely traditional candy stripes patterns, polka dots, stripes, very fun patterns with, I love the gingham too, very fun patterns. So that's the Heartwarming Hugs. Let's see, that's not on sale. The plaid. Everybody loves the plaid, and the plaid paper comes in all different colors. So many different colors that you can mix and match, and I will show you some of them today with some of my examples for Halloween cards. but Christmas colors, Halloween, spring, all kinds of fun colors. So plaid papers, the Snowflake Splendor, that's another one of my favorites. This is gorgeous watercolored looking snowflakes in purples, blues, and greens. Love this paper. So this is also 15% off the Snowflake Splendor. I'll show a little bit of paper. Again, sometimes designer paper just makes your card, and you don't have to do a whole lot more with your card when you've got awesome designer paper. I love this Magic of Night paper, so this is also on sale right now because it doesn't have to be Halloween. Some of the patterns are just really elegant, deep, dark flowers and patterns. So some of the other ones are Whale of a Time. There's a lot of different ones. So check out the sales, 15% off of select designer paper packages. And that's just for the month of October. So I'm going to give you more reason to order in October. My phone's tilting a little bit here. Everyone who orders from me this month in October, if you order $50 or more, now for every $50, you also get on my 50/50 board, which I just started a new one because, and I forgot to, in the pictures I'll show you, or on my page I'll show you, usually I draw 2 winners who get $25 worth of product when my whole board is filled. And this time, when it all got filled, I actually picked 4 winners of $25 of product that they got to choose for free. And Sherry Reeder, Chris Gates, Sabrina Hackelman, and Kelly Blackwell. Those were my 4 winners from the 50/50 board. So I'm starting one new. You will get on my 50/50 board. That gets you in a drawing for product when that gets filled. Plus, every time you have 50 orders, so if you put in a $100 order, your name would go in 2 times. So more the chances. And I'm going to do the biggest drawing I've ever done before. I'm going to get an extra new die cutting and embossing machine because you guys helped me out. And I didn't quite make the cruise, but I got a lot of flex points, and it's because of you guys, so I want to spoil you. I wish I could give out a couple of machines, but I am going to get 1 extra of the new die cutting machine. And if you do a $50 order, you will get in the drawing to win the new machine. Woohoo! And the new machine comes with 2 cutting pads, the platform, the die cutting shim, and also the specialty plate for our 3D embossing folders as well. So it comes with quite a few things that you're pretty much ready to go. It does not come with the magnetic platform, which I'm going to show you today too, which is self-healing, which is really cool. Oh, I did write down the 4 winners. Right there. And right now, I will have 2 different hostess codes for October, so whether you use this one or the one that I create later, again, just in October, if you order, you will get in the drawing for that die cutting machine. But this hostess code is good through October 12th, so right when I get back from fall break, I will probably close out this order. And so you can use this hostess code if you order online and get it still shipped directly to you. This just helps my hostess get more free stuff, so she would appreciate that. This is one of my clubs. So that's an exciting giveaway. No matter if you use the hostess code or you just go into my site, the hostess code is always nice just because, like I said, you're adding free stuff for the hostess, which is wonderful. I'm going to move this just up to here rather than out of the way. Okay, so Halloween. I did want to show you some Halloween examples. Now, I only got the Halloween paper. This is actually one of our paper pumpkin. I got the add-on kit for I think we got like 24 card bases. And it's really perfect for anything. At my holiday retreat that I just had this weekend, I saw one of my friends was using these bases that looks like a sunset with the detailed dove dies and making it a Christmas card. So really with this landscape or this that we got in our paper pumpkin kits, if you ordered the extras, really could do a multitude of things. So I showed this kind of technique using the punch that we've got to make the tombstones, and then I just cut out the bats on there. So super simple card to make the tombstones and the bats with that card. And I showed you this before. Again, if you're focused more on Christmas, but you still want to make a few Halloween or fall cards, this cute gnome can be made into an autumn or a fall card. And then I used the plaid tiding suite, or I forget how that is, but the dies and the stamp set from that plaid. Okay, it's not even called plaid. It matches with the plaid paper, but it's called Celebration Tidings. I love this stamp set. I did a whole video on this set because it's very versatile. But like I said, if you get the gnome set, it looks like a Christmas set. But let me just show you my next card. This is so cute. I cased this off of a card I found on Pinterest, but I loved how someone made the little girl gnome into like a little green witch. Isn't that cute? She's so cute. And I did do some fussy cutting. I stamped on designer paper. The witch hat, I literally just cut out of our designer paper, and I just kind of cut a crooked hat. I didn't even draw, I just freehand cut. So that may make you nervous to think about that, but you may want to draw it ahead of time. But I did just cut her hat out of black designer paper. And then this little ornament that the gnome is holding in the stamp set, I just changed it to look like a little pumpkin. And then I cut another one out for her to hold too. So cute. It's stuff that you can do with a stamp set, like I said, that you already own. And you can tweak it. Now this is a fun idea. I've been seeing cards like this with all kinds of colors for Christmas, spring, and what you do with this card is you cut out circles. So I did end up cutting out, you cut out a small, a medium, and a large in each color, and then you end up matching the top. I don't know where the rest of my sparkly glitter ones, I thought I had enough. You do a big, a medium, and a small on each side, and then you end up matching the small one up with the big. So I matched up with this one, the small circle with the big circle, and then I did overlapped the medium one, and that one just matched up right away with the medium, and then the smallest one goes over here. And then when you put the strip, over that, the center, it almost gives it a little bit of a swirl look. Isn't that fun? So that's just out of circles. Whether you like, I used dies, the stitched circles. Whether you have punches or dies, you just need 3 or 4 different size, shape circles, and then you just cut them in half. And it's nice to like, if you have it pinned on Pinterest, it was good for me to just see, oh yeah, how do you lay that down? But then when you get that banner over the center, it's just fun. And isn't that cool how this, this is just cardstock, right? The only thing I stamped is the Trick or Treat, and that's from the Itty Bitty Greetings stamp set, which has a bunch of different greetings. I do love the Itty Bitty Greetings. So I pulled out my little Trick or Treat because I don't have a ton of Halloween stuff. And I did get the spider web embossing folder too. That adds some extra texture there too. So maybe someday I'll actually show you this one, but hopefully that made sense with the circles. And like I said, find one like that on Pinterest and pin it. I will also take pictures of these cards later, but that's been pretty popular, that technique. Okay, now you guys want to see some, well no, I'll show you one more. Again, I just cut out these bats out of one page, or one sheet. I just cut a bunch of these bats out, so I have extras for, you can just add 1 or 2 little bats, and all of a sudden that looks more like a Halloween card, does it? So I made this house using the Coming Home stamp set that I showed just, last week or the week before. Just stamped a couple of bare black trees. I put like a moon in the background. I did an orange house, so it looks more, and this I pretty much cased from my friend Mindy Bax. She had a great example. But then I did emboss the white piece with the spider web again, just because that adds, again, another element of Halloween. So I wanted to show you, if you have if you've gotten other stamp sets that are more Christmas seeming, you can tweak and make things look Halloween. Okay, so here's some fun punch art. Now, can you tell what this bat is made out of? Look at this cute bat. Isn't he adorable? Now look, if you have the umbrella, yes, it was just the umbrella punch. How fun is that? And I just punched out the biggest umbrella piece, but then you just trim off the little top piece, and you slide those two pieces together and overlap them in the center, and then the head is just a circle, and then I just made two little triangles as the bat's little ear. And then I used I think we still have these, the chalk, Stampin' Right chalk marker. Hey, Stephanie! Showing some Halloween examples here. And I do love this ribbon too. You can use this for Christmas and stuff too, but I love this wispy, what's it even called? Metallic mesh ribbon. Great for Halloween cards. But any color, any occasion will do too. So yes, the umbrella punch is how I made this back. So cute. And then again, I used those Celebration Tiding dies on the plaid paper, and our plaid paper comes in all fun fall or winter colors. So just like I used this plaid paper, and the plaid paper is on sale right now, 15% off. So is the Magic in the Night paper. So again, sometimes just paper helps dress it up. Here's a little bit of plaid paper mixed with the brick embossing folder, and guess what punch this is? These little cute ghosts. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Did you think you could make more things? I've seen people make octopuses out of these, but this is the Tulip Punch. Okay, so if you have the Tulip stamp set that matches with the Tulip Punch, you can make some pretty flowers with it, but you also have a nice, easy, fast Halloween card with it. Isn't that awesome? And then I did a video in August, I think, over this cute fruit stamp set. This is in the beginner brochure. So if you're like, wait, I haven't seen this, it is not in the annual catalog. It's just in the beginner brochure. But if you ever were like, wait, I like that cute fruit, I can give you the number to it. I mean, it is 153301 is the number for cute fruit. But these little cute faces, I just love them. They're so adorable. That is just what I used to stamp the little mustache guy on there. So it's just a stamp from my cute fruit stamp set. And then with this one, I added this little smiley face. And then with my Stampin' Right marker, I just added a few little eyelashes to make it look like a little girl. And then I used my number, or my alphabet guys, to just spell out boo on here. Aren't they adorable? Yes, they're so cute. So I am more about like the cute. I don't really like the spooky, frightful Halloween, but I do like cute. So those are some fun Halloween ideas, which I hope you like. And over the brick embossing folder, I did use some gray granite, and I used some of the pumpkin pie, so some orange and gray colors to sponge over the brick. That kind of brings out some of the colors, and it made the ghosts kind of pop up. So you don't have to buy the whole, a whole suite, but sometimes having a little extra designer paper, doing some punch art, just adding some little elements can help you make an easy Halloween card if you're just wanting to make a few. So those are fun. Now I wanted to show you one of our old stamp sets. Now we don't sell them in woodblock anymore, so you're going to see me stamping in woodblock. This stamp set is still out. It just isn't available in woodblock anymore, which most of you were happy about. But this one comes in 2 cases, Rooted in Nature. I love the different sayings in here. I love the big, it looks like it's cut, a stump off. It's distinctive, so the leaves look really pretty. This is a great tree to color in with your markers. There's pines, so I'll even show you making kind of a Christmas card with the little pines that are in there too. But mostly a fall set, but really gorgeous, and all kinds of occasions you can make with this one. So I kind of wanted to show you, because I've made a bunch from last year, but make some new ones to show you how some of our new products can kind of make it seem like you're playing with something new. Now here's a card that one of my upline, Michelle, made, because there's, ooh, congrats for being number 2. I love the big, bold thinking of you. We had some designer paper last year, so I'll show you some with the designer paper that's retired. And a lot of times when you get designer paper, it helps you think of, like, color schemes. I think that was all the ones. Oh, here's one more with just a little strip of the designer paper in the background, but mostly neutrals. I think one of my downline made this one. Here's one with a little sunset, using just some sponging with purple and orange and yellow. So pretty. You can use, can you not hear me well? I don't, my phone has not even said low connection or anything, so I hope you guys can hear me okay. Here's some in some Mango Melody, and this is the peach color, the petal pink, and then Mary Merlot. So colors, sometimes I love when I find a color combo that I normally wouldn't put together, but it ends up so pretty. So with fall, you can often do that and mix different colors. I love that this one also, the Rooted in Nature, has great dyes, because there's some leaves that will actually just deboss the veins, and you can use that to put in the background. Yeah, I hope you guys can hear me okay. This is a retired color, that lime green, but I thought it looked so cute in there. Here's the trees in blues. You can try all colors, I'm telling you. This is one that I colored in using my markers, so it's fun to add that multicolor when you color right on the rubber with your painted tip of your markers. Then you could add multiple colors. And here I just used that big tree, just a die, and cut it out and then stamped on it without actually stamping the tree on there. Lots of different ways. Here's a brighter green, and then I used the craft in the back, or the crumb cake. With those big sayings, it's great to put this saying all over and use that as a background, the sayings. So lots of fun that you can make with this set. Now here's one that I just made yesterday. So again, the same stamp set, but here, mixing it with some new. So I used one of my newer, this one's called Wrapped in Christmas, and it matches with the Heartwarming Hugs. And so I love the saying here, the Christmas blessings to you and yours. So I used the Christmas message, and what I did for this, when I had just my white piece, I used a punch as a stencil, and with my pencil, I just drew in the circle. So I kind of followed that circle around as I stamped on and off my leaves, and kind of went around the circle as a guide. And then I stamped the other little stamp in this Mary Merlot, and then when I was done stamping the wreath, I cut out the little center in there. So you can make a fun little Christmas wreath with your same Rooted in Nature stamp set and make something Christmassy. So, fun, yeah? Here's a new card I made just yesterday, finished this morning, with the same stamp set too. So here I mixed and matched some new stuff, some new thread ribbon that is from the holiday catalog. And this In Good Taste designer paper is also on sale. That's a big package. It was like over $20 and it's on sale for 17 something. And you get 24 sheets of awesome designer paper that has wood grain, brick-like background, patterns that look like linen, really awesome. So here's mostly neutrals, but I added the Cajun Craze ribbon. I stamped the leaves in the mint macaroon and then stamped You Are Wonderful in the Cajun Craze. So sometimes it's nice to just keep it pretty neutral. And that color combo, I totally got that idea of mint with the Cajun Craze from our designer paper, the Gilded Autumn designer paper. So sometimes you get great color combos right from our designer paper. So even if you don't get our designer paper, always look through the holiday catalog and our annual catalog and see what colors they do mix together, because sometimes they can be such beautiful color combos that you maybe normally wouldn't put together. So here, because both sides look so good together, here I cut one that would fit right inside the front of a card, but I trimmed it at 2 inches. Alright, so this is a way to show off both sides of your designer paper if you don't know which side to use. So this side has the little bit of gold flecks of foil in it, which is fun. So that gives it a little bit of shine already to it. And then I still love the little leafy things on the designer paper too. So I'll put a little tape down, and this is where, I don't want to tape it to the table. This is where, when you have designer paper, when we're having a designer paper sale, of course I want to show you the benefits of the designer paper. Because again, you don't always have to do a ton of stamping when you've got awesome designer paper. Now I'm using the same die. This is from the In Good Taste Sweet. I love the dies in that. Let me show you real quick. The dies that come with, I think I'm saying it right, Tasteful Label dies. These are awesome dies. I love all the different shapes and how they match together. This one that I'm going to use with my saying matches right inside here. And some of them do little stitching, and some of them do a little bit of an embossed edge. I'll show you this edge. So again, these dies are in the annual catalog, but this designer paper is in the holiday catalog. So I'm going to stamp my You Are Wonderful in Cajun Craze again. Actually, maybe I'll stamp it in the, I don't know. I've got, let me stamp off on my scrap paper here. And I thought I had my little clean Tammy somewhere close. Let me test that. Because my background is in Cajun Craze, I changed my mind just now that I want to do it in the mint macaroon color. So I'm going to do it the opposite. Stamp You Are Wonderful in the mint macaroon. And then I'm going to cut this out because it fits right here in vanilla, because I think that's a vanilla in this designer paper. And let me show you again. If you're wanting to get in the drawing and you order this month, you will get in the drawing to win a new die cutting machine, and it's very awesome. Now I'm going to show you, let me raise this a little bit. This is the new self-healing magnetic plate. So it will leave little marks in there. Oh, thanks, Yvonne. Some weeks I have more ideas than others. But I'm so thankful that you appreciate me coming every week. I do try to work hard to show you guys good ideas. I want to inspire you to create, and I hope I do. And not just create for yourself, but to send cards to people. It's therapy for us, but then it's a gift to others. That's what I love about this hobby, right? Okay, so I'm cutting with my magnetic platform now. Okay, so did you see that this actually cuts right onto the magnetic plate, this magnetic plate. See, it's not moving? The magnetic plate is self-healing. You cut right into it. It'll leave a little mark, so you want to make sure when you're cutting, you move your dies all over the place. Don't be cutting right in the middle all the time, or your whole magnetic plate will warp. But that's really cool because my dies just won't move when I'm cutting directly onto the magnetic plate. So love the new plate. It does feel a little scary to cut right into that plate, but it's all good, and it's exciting. All right, so I'm going to use the little kind of maple-ish leaf that I stamped. On this card, I stamped the "You Are Wonderful" in the Cajun Craze, and I stamped the leaves in the green. Where I'm going to do the opposite with this one, I am going to stamp off, because the green, oh, thank you, Teresa. You guys are awesome. Part of the reason I come on, too. You guys all make me feel so good. All right, so I just stamped off in the Cajun Craze, and I'm going to stamp a couple times in that Cajun Craze. You see why I stamped off? It's a very dark brownish orange color. So I didn't want it to be too dark and stamp over. But it's still pretty to have a little bit of a leaf on there on that message, right? So now we can just pop these up with dimensional. And then I can also use I'm going to put this over to the side because I think I want to add a little bit of ribbon on the other side where that seam is between the two designer paper pieces that I cut. So whether you have, rhinestones or pearls or a little ribbon, it's always fun to add something that's not paper. But isn't that so cute? You didn't have to do a whole lot of stamping. I love how our dies do the work for us too, and it looks so professional. And I didn't really do a whole lot. That's such a fast, easy card. Now, in the same suite that has this designer paper, there's also this copper paper and this copper ribbon and this mint macaroon ribbon. And boy, I don't know which one I want to use over the other. I think I might actually use both. Why not? So this one I will just tie in a knot. So if you like saving your ribbon and you want to use it sparingly, the knot method is the way to go. Or if you really hate tying bows. I know I have a few friends who really hate tying bows. There are a few of you out there. So if you just tie a knot and then you use a glue dot, you can stick that on. You still get the feel of the ribbon. You didn't have to use very much of it or tie it all the way around. And then you add that little ribbon on there. Now, if I do want to add just another, because I didn't use very much of the mint macaroon ribbon, and actually add a little bow, I could add that right with it. Sometimes I say less is more, but sometimes just a little bit more is fun. You got to gauge when you want to add just a little bit more. I'm going to add that bow and tuck that right next to the knot. So we've got a little copper bow and the mint macaroon in there. You are wonderful. And this could be a great fall birthday card or a thank you card. You know, you decide. But the Rooted in Nature stamp set, if you don't have it, order it now because I want it to stay popular. You don't want this one to retire anytime soon. Trees and stuff are totally great for girls and guys. I just love leaves, are so classic. The trees are awesome. I wanted to show you a couple more examples. This is one I just made yesterday or last night using pinks. So I used the new Magenta Madness and then the Petal Pink, and I just stamped once, stamped off with the pink, and then I went in the Petal Pink. So super easy, fast card here. And I know Teresa, you have these ornate dies. I just used an ornate die to make this border, and I embossed the bottom. This is just one sheet of white, Whisper White, but I only put the embossing folder in part way to emboss just the bottom part of it. And isn't that so pretty? Again, sometimes when you keep neutrals and you just bring out some bright colors in your leaves or something else, you can do so much with it. And then I just added a few of the more clear but gold dots in the Wonderful Gems from the holiday catalog. Again, sometimes with these gems, something that's not paper is always fun to add. You know, on the wreath, I added the dotted white ribbon. Ribbon is wonderful. And again, this twine ribbon is always a nice addition to a card. Now here's a fun example, and again I was going to show you, but I'm not going to. But I will tell you, I stamped right onto my ink pad. So I will show you just one example of what I mean. Oh, now that's the first time I've seen that. Sorry, it said bad connection. Okay, so I took my block and I stamped right on my block sideways because this long way wasn't going to fit. I wanted to do 3 of them. So I stamped right on my block, so I got a little rectangle shape like that, and then I just pressed down. And if you need to keep going, you just re-block it down. Now sometimes it helps to have to stamp your block directly on a on the paper, but over like a paper fusing mat, so it gives a little bit more give. It stamps better when I stamp on something else. But that's stamping directly on your block, then stamping directly to your paper. And I just started with Whisper White, and I stamped in, this is the what is that, cinnamon cider, and this is pumpkin pie, and then the mint, and then I stamped hello from one of my greetings, and I just used my marker to just color in the marker, and then I used, if you can see how the words fall, and I will show more with these letters how awesome they are, but you can, with your die cutting machine, cut right through our bigger dimensional sheets, where you just cover a whole sheet over your dimensional. And I think I talked about this before with one of my other cards that I did love. So these are dimensional sheets. Instead of getting them already pre-cut, you just peel off one layer and stick whatever color you want on your dimensional sheet, and they come in this size. It's almost like 4.5 by 4 1/4, something like that. It's the size the sheets come on. And put whatever color you want on there, and you can cut right through. And then you could also save I could use this ball as the negative and put on a card as well if I wanted to. So that is some fun, and a fun, easy way to make a card is using the blocks. And then I stamped the leaves over the block image. So much fun. Love it. One last card that I wanted to show you, just because I've shown you mostly fall, because we do like getting ready for Christmas time. I mean, I guess I did do this wreath card. So I did do a Christmas card. But again, wanted to show you how awesome this paper is. I love the paper, the In Good Taste designer paper that has tile looking pieces and wood pieces. It's just so pretty. I'm going to slide this designer paper into the Evergreen Forest embossing folder, and we'll see how we can make it a fun and easy card with that. So I'm sliding in the embossing folder. Alright, you may not be able to tell very well, but it even, because it's a 3D embossing folder, it puts a little bit of, or it just makes it look more rustic, I should say, which is cool. On the back, it's actually kind of more noticeable. So I'm just going to put dimensionals on the back of this. And again, we don't have to add a whole lot of color to the card. I just love the neutral look of the wood designer paper. It's so much fun. It's very pretty. So there's a little bit of a border on the top and the bottom. My folder had a little bit of sticky in it. I have to wash that. Alright. I'm going to use my Mossy Meadow green. Oh good, Teresa. I'm glad you've gotten better at tying bows. It is helpful to watch. You know what? I'm going to stamp off and just make a little row of pine trees. And then, with the Mary Merlot, I think, let's go back to this stamp set, the Wrapped in Christmas, and I will just peel off one of my stamps. This one says Peace on Earth. And that one will fit tucked right underneath the trees. So ink that up, just a light tap tap. You do not have to press very hard when you're stamping out with our new inks here. Peace on Earth. And with that little bit of the evergreen embossed back there too, it just adds, I don't know, adds something to it. It's pretty. And just pop these up with dimensionals. It only takes a couple, and I might want to add, I don't know, ribbon or something. I'm going to leave just a little bit of border on the bottom of the wood grain. But isn't that a pretty card? Just using designer paper and a little strip of paper that you stamp the trees on there, you can make a pretty simple card. And it's still pretty, and I think anyone would appreciate it. And I'm not sure, but I might add, I don't know, something else to this. But so that is a little bit of extra new stuff with Rooted in Nature. So I hope you liked some of my old cards, but also some of my new, just showing you mixing and matching with a simple nature stamp set. You can make, I mean, words are never enough. That could be a thank you or a sympathy card, birthday cards, autumn, fall, any occasion. The trees are just classic. I do love them. So I hope you enjoyed my look at Rooted in Nature, an oldie but goodie. Keep that around. If you don't have it, it really is a classic. I hope they'll keep that stamp set around for a long time, like our other tree stamp set that was around for like at least 15, 20 years. Hopefully they keep this one around. But you never know, guys. So, designer paper sale. If you order this month, you will, with every $50, you'll get your name in again to get in the drawing to win the new die cutting machine from me. I want to spoil you guys. Thank you so much for being supportive. I really was so close, so I know I am, this is a goal that I can still set for myself. Maybe not this year, but next year. Try to earn that, the next Stampin' Up! Cruise. It's within reach, guys, and you guys are part of the reason why I can make those goals, so I love you guys. Thank you for all your support, just coming along, liking my posts and commenting, and when you come visit me live, some of you I know can't see me live, but you still check on and make comments and ask questions later, and I just appreciate you so much, guys. I love you lots, and I just can't thank you enough. I wish I could give you all free die cut machines, but I cannot afford that. But this is the biggest drawing I've ever done, the biggest giveaway I've ever done. I did want to spoil you guys using some of my flex points that you helped me earn. So, order using this hostess code now. This one is good, like I said, through 10/12. On the 12th of October, around the 12th or 13th, I'll close this out. Thank you, Teresa. I love you too. So fun chatting with some of you who are also late night owls. Teresa and I end up chatting usually around midnight. So I laugh when we connect late at night. This hostess code is F4KEGYSR. Thanks so much for stopping by today. I hope that you were inspired to create and make some cards, send some cards. Like in one of my recent posts, I just said, Stampin' Up's trying to get a tally of how many people have sent out cards, and I need to answer how many have me and my customers sent out. So in that post, I think they just posted it yesterday or the day before. Do comment and let me know if you have mailed any cards last week or this week, right around World Card Making Day, because Stampin' Up! Would really love to announce that we hit the 600,000 cards sent in after World Card Making Day. So do let me know. You will get in a drawing to win. If you do, just tell me how many cards. It doesn't matter if it was 1 card or 10 cards. If you just tell me how many cards you sent this week, and you can count last week too, you'll get in a drawing to win all the trimming embellishments that have cute, just red, white, dotted adhesive back dots and some little stars. They're really cute. So, thank you guys. Enjoy your day, and we are off to lots of fun. Final baseball outing with Colts team. They didn't quite make it to the championship game, so the boys were kind of upset about that, and it was a rainy, cold day. So today looks like a beautiful day. We're going to play one match, and I'm actually, you guys will laugh, but I'm actually going to play. It's going to be the parents and coaches against the kids. We'll see about that. It's probably going to be comical. So that's where we're off to, play a game with the boys team and have some pizza and say our final goodbyes to fall ball. It was a great team this year. I loved Colts team, and the coaches were awesome, my husband being one of them. But good, supportive, encouraging coaches. Just exactly what you would want Valpo Americans to be about. Was very proud of our team this year, and Colts did a great job too. So that's where we're headed off, and I hope you guys enjoy wherever you're headed. Thank you, Chris. It should be fun. I'll probably laugh at myself more than once. But, love you guys much. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.